already knows that Tinubu is an illegitimate president and the judiciary also failed Nigeria. And this is not telling well about our image at all. So the founder of Hague Institute, Sam Muller, who is a man from Netherlands, has now spoken against what the judiciary did in their judgment against Nigeria. And according to him, rule of law has declined in Nigeria. This is what he said. And this is one thing we keep saying, that this is not just going to affect Nigerians alone, but the whole world at large will now be seeing our nation as a nation where anything can happen, as a nation where anything can go. And this is what we are already experiencing. From what he said it that the rule of law has declined in our nation, Nigeria. This is not how it's meant to be. And also, another video emerged where Tinubu was asked during the campaign what is he going to do for Nigeria, but he claimed that he does not want to reveal his strategies so that other people will not copy his strategies. And now we are seeing that strategy that he claimed that he does not want to reveal, that he has no plan for the people. And also, Tinubu is now blocking Nigerians who are kicking against the evil his administration is committing in our nation. I will be giving us details on this and more, but before we go fully into it, I would like us to please do well to like this video, and please do well to subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe, so you will get updates whenever we post a new video. See what Sam Muller said as reported by Punch newspaper. It says, rule of law declining in Nigeria, says Hague Institute. The Hague Institute for Innovative Law on Thursday regretted that respect for the rule of law and justice was declining in Nigeria and other parts of the world at large. The chief executive officer of Hague, Sam Muller, disclosed this during the presentation of the 2023 report on justice needs and satisfaction in Nigeria. Muller said the situation, which was also captured by the World Justice Project 2023 report, was depressing for people who wake up every day to build a nation where peace and justice should reign. So this is what he said. It is indeed depressing that a nation where peace and justice is meant to reign is a nation where anything can go. And this is not the kind of Nigeria we want. This is one thing that Nigerians have been kicking against. We know that the impact of what the judiciary did to Nigerians in this last election is not just going to affect us now, but it's going to affect our image in the outside world. And it's already happening, because many people have this perspective about Nigeria as a nation where anything can go, as a nation that the rule of law does not even exist. And that's what we are experiencing. Just imagine what the Supreme Court gave in their judgment. You upheld the judgment of the tribunal, and at the end of the day, we saw that what the tribunal gave to Nigerians is actually not correct, and you refuse to accept fresh evidence that they tendered that shows that indeed Tinubu is not qualified to be the president of the nation. And all of you, because you want money, you pocketed justice and gave the people illegality. This is not how it's meant to be. Indeed, there is no rule of law in our nation. It has come to a time where the highest bidder will go home with the so-called justice. Reacting to this person here said, Nigeria's judiciary is a disgrace. Indeed, our judiciary is a disgrace. Is no longer the last hope of the common man. Another person here also reacted and said, our president has dual citizenship, faked his certificate, didn't get 25% Abuja votes as required by the constitution, was rigged into office and upheld by the judiciary. Rule of law is not just declining, rule of law is dead in Nigeria. And this is it. Indeed, the rule of law is dead in Nigeria. We saw what they did to the people in their judgment. It shows that indeed the rule of law is dead. No respect for the law of the land, no respect for the constitution. Another person here also reacted and said the day APC gripped power was the day rule of law was buried. And this is it. This person here also reacted and said, what do you expect when a nation is captured by rogues? What do you expect when mediocre took control of affairs? What do you expect when competence is sacrificed on the table of religious and tribal affinity? What do you expect when leadership is based on turn by turn among incompetent and corrupt individual? And this is it. We can't get rule of law in this kind of situation. What they do is that they give their judgment based on the highest bidder, because these rogues have taken over our nation and they have people in their list who stone when it comes to be president, to be leaders, to be governors. They will give it to them and they will ensure that the courts do their bidding and the judiciary will dance to their tune instead of helping the citizens. Another person here also reacted and said Nigeria is not practicing democracy. Nigeria's elections have become validation of political crimes. Another person here wrote, one, electoral process presently in Nigeria have become institutional validation of political crimes and means of corruptly enriching electoral officers. 2. It will continue to get worse and never deliver democratic leadership. 3. If Nigerians desire democratic leadership, the masses must unite and force out the current establishment. That is the only democratic means left, none more. And this is it, because even the judiciary that is meant to fight for the people has failed and has indeed declined and has indeed died in our nation, Nigeria. Another person here reacted and said there is no rule of law. The judiciary should be ashamed and Nigerians should be pissed. This person here also reacted and said, what do you expect when the lawmakers don't even obey the law? Charity begins at home. In clear terms, there's no such thing as rule of law in Nigeria. It's long gone. The last straw was the series of unfortunate events that followed the general election. To say the least, we no longer have a constitution in Nigeria, and this is it. Indeed, we no longer have the constitution in Nigeria because the lawmakers are not even following the law. They are actually the ones breaking the law. The people will look at the constitution and it's not consistent with the judgments they are delivering. Another person here also reacted and said, honest truth, and those are the causes why investors are not coming to our country. They can fool us with tribalism and religions, but they cannot fool investors who want to do good business, not the criminal Indians and Lebanese. And indeed, this is actually one of the major reasons why we cannot get investors to come to our nation, because they are already seeing our nation as a place of lawlessness. Another person here also reacted and said, why should there be rule of law when the government, judiciary, and all the government institutions are lawless and have no respect for rule of law? This person here also reacted and said, law is for the poor. Law respects the druggies, certificate forgers. Law look for the highest bidder. If there is a rule of law, Tinubu, INEC chairman Yakubu Mahmood should be in prison serving. And this is it. Indeed, there is no rule of law in our nation. With all the judgments they gave in the tribunal, in the Supreme Court, it just shows that the judges themselves don't even respect the law. Another person here also reacted and said there's no more rule of law left in Nigeria. It has long passed the declining stage. I am a Nigerian, so I can tell you this without reservations. because the lawlessness affects me and other Nigerians directly. Our democracy may not survive another decade. Another person here also reacted and said, Hague, nothing like law to Nigerian government. The government only remember law when the people start to fight for themselves. The judiciary have sold themselves. The police have sold themselves. The military have sold themselves. So nothing like law in Nigeria. What do you expect when certificate forging drug dealers and criminals under EFCC investigation are now running the country? Another person here also reacted and said, Nigeria no longer needs rule of law since we now have leaders who don't believe in rule of law. Let everyone live above the law. And it is sad that they will not allow the poor masses to actually live above the law. It is actually for the elites. It's for them, because they will continue to manipulate the people and do anything they want. But whenever someone who is poor does something, they will actually ensure that the person face the wrath of the law. But the law is not for them. Another person here also reacted and said, the rule of law is not declining in Nigeria. Rather, there is no constitution and no rule of law in Nigeria, period. Another person here also reacted and said, there's scarcely any rule of law in Nigeria, let alone a declining one. With very few exceptions, money buys justice in this country, and the level of corruption and lawlessness, even among lawmakers, law enforcers, and law interpreters, is alarming. This person here also reacted and said, rule of law, that Supreme Court did its funeral the other day. We have finished money needs already. We are facing the consequences of its demise already. Another person here reacted and said, even the country forces are not serving in the interest of Nigerians anymore, but for the interest of greedy, corrupt, and lawless politicians. The judiciary is no longer the hope of the citizens, but the last resort of the greedy leaders, selfish interest everywhere. And this is it. Indeed, the judiciary is no longer the last hope of the common man. What they are doing now is that they are doing the bidding of politicians, forgetting that they are supposed to work for everyone and that nobody is meant to be above the law. Also, a video has surfaced where during the campaign, Tinubu claimed that he is not going to tell the people about his strategy because he does not want opposition to copy his strategy. But now it's now clear to everyone that this man does not even have any strategy. He just said that because he could not even answer the question they asked him. He had no plan. All what he wanted to do was that he wanted to just eat the money of our nation, and then that's why he came out to be the president. I'll be showing us this video and you'll see what he said, guys. Watch this video, guys.
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back. But that's part of what I do.
Just imagine what someone that wants to be the president of a nation is saying. You don't want to reveal your strategy so that other politicians will not copy you, and some people still went ahead to support him. We are not going to blame him that much, because at the end of the day, we know what he did. That INEC helped him to rig the election because Nigerians didn't even vote for him, and then the Supreme Court in their judgment upheld the criminality that he brought. Because looking at this, it just shows that this man had nothing to offer the people, but at the end of the day, INEC failed Nigerians who trooped out in their mass to vote. And reacting to this video, this person here said Tinubu overrated himself, aided by sycophants. 1. Tinubu is like that dog named Lion that over time believes it's actually a lion and so continue to roar like a lion somewhere at Bodilion, scaring people until February 2023 when it met a real lion. 2. Not knowing what to do, he gathers jackals to become newsers in the jungle. 3. But the lion is the lion. It remains the king of the jungle. And this is it indeed. The lion is the lion. Because before now, they were deceiving people, telling Nigerians that he's single-handedly built Lagos, that he can build Nigeria, and this is the same man that are asking you to tell us your strategies, tell us what you are going to do for the people, and you are claiming that you cannot reveal your strategies so that your opposition will not copy you. Also reacting to this person here said, Baba's strategy, they carry us go where we no know. From day one, many of us know he has nothing to offer. That's why we didn't vote for him. His empty manifesto was a verbose, plagiarized piece of ball. And this is from day one. Nigerians knew that this man has nothing to offer to our nation. Another person here also reacted and said, this man no sabi anything. The only thing he knows is how to do drugs and rig elections. Anything bad is associated with him. Nigeria allowed an arrogant criminal to take charge in Aso Rock. This is really sad. Nigerians didn't allow this. They forced him on us because we know that the people didn't vote for him. Another person here also reacted and said, we are not curious because he is doing nothing and we are asking no questions for the same reason. We knew he would be this way all along. And this is it. Another person here also reacted and said, Tinubu, where is the strategy you did not want to reveal? Because I am yet to see anything meaningful you have done rather than travel all over the world looking for foreign investors that will never come. Oga, you just go and resign. You've taken this country 100 years backward. You have failed woefully. And this is it. You are not legitimate. It's impossible for investors to come. You keep traveling around begging people to come and invest in Nigeria. Yet we have not seen any of those investors that you claim are coming to invest in the nation. Another person here also reacted and said, Baba was indirectly telling us he has no idea. Another person here also reacted and said, Mr. Tinubu is like a blind man leading people with two clear eyes. The earlier people who believe in him realize that his tenure is already dead on arrival is better for them. A thug will always work to recover his lost whenever they have the opportunity. Another person here also reacted and said, Tinubu is fulfilling his lifetime ambition. Don't expect anything good from his government. And this is indeed true. He's fulfilling his lifelong ambition. This is something that he has been craving for. That's why during the election, he was shouting and crying, it's my turn, it's my turn, Emilokon, Emilokon, Emilokon. That means it's my turn, because this is actually one thing that he has wanted to achieve for a long time. Another person here also reacted and said, the sad truth is that majority did not vote for him. He used the money he stole from Lagos State to buy his way into the #1 position. Wike is trying to adopt the same blueprint, and this is it. Is indeed true that Nigerians did not vote for him. Also, because Nigerians are coming out to tell the presidency the truth and to also tell Bola Ahmed the truth that they did not vote for him, and that what he is doing is actually against Nigerians. He is now blocking Nigerians on social media, blocking Nigerians on X. I will show you what he has done. Look at his Twitter account. He has blocked Nigerians. Look at the Twitter account of the presidency. They have also blocked Nigerians. Who does this? Which president of the nation will be blocking the citizens that you are leading? This just shows that they don't even care about the people. That's why they don't even want Nigerians to criticize you. The people are criticizing your government and what you are doing, and you are out there blocking them. Allow them to air their view. We are actually in a period where people are free to air their view. Instead, you are blocking your citizens and you claim to be the to the federal government's claim that Buhari's administration made Nigeria to be bankrupt. And according to him, it's impossible for you to come out to tell us the same thing that Buhari told us when he came into power. And for solid 8 years, he was giving Nigerians excuses and he didn't do anything for the people, and now you are out to do the same thing. Show us evidence, show us proof that indeed they left you a bankrupt economy, because we are not saying that. You are claiming they left you a bankrupt economy, but you've gone ahead to purchase yachts, you have gone ahead to enrich yourself and also your family. So show us proof that indeed Buhari left you a bankrupt economy. So this is what Peter Obi wrote in his X account to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And also, Labour Party have come out to debunk rumor that they want to merge with PDP. And according to them, there is no plan for them to merge with PDP in order to defeat Tinubu in 2027. I'll be giving us details on this and more, but before we go fully into it, I would like us to please do well to like this video and please do well to subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe, so you will get updates whenever we post a new video. See what Peter Obi wrote on his X account. He said, "I just read yesterday a widely publicized story from the present APC-led federal government saying that they inherited a bankrupt nation from their predecessor APC administration, but the story failed to disclose what they inherited, which had qualified us for bankruptcy status. One major characteristic of responsible governance is transparency and strict accountability. This demands that the government disclose exactly the degree of deficit they inherited. What is inherited should be disclosed to enable the public to know where we are and where we are headed." Recall that the previous APC government made a similar claim in 2015 against the PDP administration that handed over to them without telling the nation what it actually inherited. Rather, they took our debt profile from 12.6 trillion naira in 2015 to 87 trillion naira in 2023, when they left office without improving on any indices of development, which are education, health, poverty eradication, and security. Instead, the condition of the nation on every development index got worse, leading to the present sad state. Nigerians know things are bad and they experience it daily. What they now want to hear regularly are measurable and verifiable steps to improve the situation. Also, the alarm raised by the government about the bad state of our finances raises questions about the rationale behind some expenditure items in the supplementary budgets recently signed into law. The present revelation also goes to buttress the argument that I have made since electioneering season that the cost of governance is too high and must be drastically reduced. A bankrupt country should channel every available resources into funding critical development sectors like security, healthcare, education, and eradication of poverty by addressing youth unemployment, not spending in non-essential areas. So what we expect are measurable and verifiable steps to improve the situation. And this is it. It's impossible to listen to Peter Obi or read what he says without falling in love with this man. This man is a man with clear plan and clear strategy for the people, but his mandate was stolen. Look at what he just said. It's impossible for you to be leading the people and you are telling the people on a daily basis that we are bankrupt. Everyone knows that there is no money in Nigeria, but tell us to what degree so that we'll know what we are expecting, and also tell us the plans you are making. Not that you keep telling people to endure, you keep telling Nigerians to endure the current hardship, that soon the future will be better, but you are not telling us what you are doing. We are not seeing steps that you are making towards ensuring that the future is better. All what we are seeing is what you are doing for yourself. You are buying yacht for yourself. You are enjoying while the people are enduring the suffering and the hardship. This is not how leadership is meant to be. You are meant to put the people first. That's the primary reason why you are the leader. But we know that these people, their primary reason for entering into politics, their primary reason for stealing the people's mandate is so that they can enjoy, so that they can feed fat while the people are in hunger and poverty. Reacting to what Peter Obi said on X, this person here said they are bankrupt, yet they blew billions on yachts and SUVs. They are bankrupt, yet they are increasing their salaries and that of judges and sending 2 million naira prayers email to themselves. The list goes on. Nothing at all for critical national needs. And that's it. They claim they are bankrupt because they are just after themselves. You are not bankrupt. If you are bankrupt, you will not be allocating so much for yourself this way. Another person here also reacted and said APC had nothing to offer from day one, from blaming the PDP to blaming themselves. APC, interesting. This person here also reacted and said APC directing the blame to the previous administration, which is also APC, say a lot of how clueless they are. And this is it. It shows that they are clueless because they all know the situation that Nigeria was in before they came out to say they want to become leaders. Another person here also reacted and said Nigerians brace up for a spirited challenge of the status quo of impunity and rascality. Thank you, Peter Obi, for using your platform to hold their feet to the fire. They have stolen the power. They must now do the work or they mustn't rest. And that person here also reacted and said, this is our treasure as a nation. We must guide Peter Obi with all jealousy. Obi is a national treasure. Obi is the conscience of the nation, and this is it. Indeed, he is a national treasure, a man that has the people at heart, a man that will not keep quiet and allow these people to thrive in their wickedness against Nigerians. Also reacting to this person here said Peter Obi is very articulate. I also love the timing of his post. This is the man Nigerians voted for, not one entitled Emilokon, our yacht owners. Na statistics go chop. And this is it. These same people came out to say, is it statistics that we are going to eat? When Peter Obi was giving how he's going to help the nation, how he's going to bring Nigeria out of consumption to production, Tinubu was busy shouting, na statistics will go chop, and now he has nothing for the people because he does not even understand the same statistics he was claiming that we're not going to eat statistics. Now do something for the people. You can't do anything. Another person here also reacted and said it also failed to address who will be held accountable for the bankruptcy. The government is a joke, full of excuses. It is a sad situation. We miss having a new working Nigeria because of the greed of a few. And this is it, they are busy blaming Buhari's administration. So what are you doing to ensure that he returns all the money he loots? What are you doing to ensure that he is brought to book? Someone who is still working freely in Nigeria, yet you are claiming that it is because of him that you cannot work, that he looted all the money that Nigeria has. This person here also reacted and said they can't blame 16 years of PDP no more, so they begin to blame themselves. APC government doesn't feel any sense of duty and accountability to Nigerians. The present federal government is only complaining that it didn't find enough to plunder, and this is it. They are only complaining because for them they feel they cannot find enough to eat. They can't find enough to get, because whenever they borrow, Nigerians will complain. Now they are saying that it's because Buhari's administration looted all the money. Another person here also reacted and said Nigeria lost a great opportunity to have Peter Obi as president of the nation. What a great loss it is to this nation. Indeed, is a great loss, but we are just hopeful that at the end of the day it is going to happen so that our nation can work again, because what we are experiencing now is not leadership. These people are just there for themselves. They don't care if Nigerians are perishing. They don't care the current times that the people are actually going through. All what they are after is just themselves, how they can enjoy themselves. This person here also reacted and said when they had Peter Obi saying he will remove subsidy on fuel when he gets into office, they quickly made a premature announcement at inauguration without a concrete plan on ground, thereby plunging the entire nation into deep economic crisis. And this is it. Even if Peter Obi gives them the blueprint of how he wants to lead Nigeria, they still cannot implement it because they don't have any plan for the people. They can copy it, but they have nothing to offer the people. Another person here also reacted and said, let me tell you why I love Peter Obi. His message is always crystal clear, simple to the comprehension of the ordinary man, and consistent in the words and actions over time. That's how you know a genuine leader. They don't bandy words to confuse the unsuspecting citizens, and they don't shy away from responsibilities in both good and hard times. And this is it. Indeed, he ensures that whatever he says is clear to everyone. You are supposed to do this. This is how it's meant to be done. He says it clearly without fear or favor. Another person here also reacted and said APC is a national scam. They keep scamming Nigerians every day. 2015, Buhari, which is the APC, blamed Goodluck Jonathan, which is under the PDP, for looting. 2019, Buhari, same APC, still blamed Goodluck Jonathan. In 2023, Chief Bola Tinubu, APC, is blaming Buhari and another APC for looting. Miracle truly no dey tire Jesus. Bottom line is that APC lack ideas to move this country to the productive era. Note, OBJ, which is PDP, never blamed Abacha for looting the treasury dry. And this is it. Even Peter Obi has said this. He said that you know what is happening in the nation, yet you campaign, yet you come into power, and at the end of the day, you start blaming. Before you came into power, you saw how the nation was. Instead of you to work, you are busy blaming. Why not play your part and allow the failures of others to be bygone? Instead, you continue to build on it, and you keep blaming them for throughout your 8 years in office, like what we saw in the case of Buhari. Another person here also reacted and said Peter Obi moved around, spoke to the right people, did his consultation. He didn't stop there. He asked the people what they needed and how the government can be better. The truth is that even if Peter Obi opened his book for APC to copy word for word, they will still fail. And another person here also reacted and said, they said I am an Igbo man hiding behind a northern name to support Peter Obi, but I have never even been to the East my whole life. I don't need to be able to see that Peter Obi is more than at least 1,000 Bola Tinubu's brain merged together. And this is it. When you see someone with quality, you know that indeed this person has the right mandate to move the nation forward. And also, the former Malawi president, Joyce Hilda, in a video where she introduced Peter Obi, said that her picture with Peter Obi is trending everywhere. And this is indeed very amazing because this man is a man that is loved by everyone. And we know that if the Supreme Court and even INEC had not failed Nigerians, he would have not just worked for Nigeria alone, but would have worked for Africa as a whole. I'll be showing us this video, guys. Watch this video.
Excellency Peter Obi, former executive governor of Anambra State. I don't even need to say, I've just gotten information that just my photo with him is trending in Malawi like crazy.
Just see the love that Peter Obi is receiving because everyone knows the truth that he won the last election. Reacting to this person here said, I have just gotten an information from Malawi. Just my photo with him, Peter Obi, is trending seriously now in Malawi. Joyce Hilda Banda, former Malawi president. Peter Obi remains African #1 leader with astonishing influence for national and continental development. Another person here also reacted and said, when we told them that good name is better than anything, they pretended not to understand. Now they are running helter-skelter to seek legitimacy, while the legitimate president of Nigeria is making waves in Africa and the world. Peter Obi is my president, and that's it. Indeed, he's making waves without traveling about looking for the legitimacy that Tinubu has been looking for since he came into power. Another person here also reacted and said, Obi's administration would have been beneficial to not only Nigeria and Nigerians, but to all Africa countries and Africans in general. And this is it. This is what the people would have enjoyed if the mandate was not stolen. Also, Labour Party have come out to debunk rumor that they want to merge with the PDP in order to defeat Tinubu in 2027. See the way this newspaper here reported what they said. It says, no plans to merge with PDP, Labour Party. The Labour Party on Thursday said it has no plan to merge with the People's Democratic Party to dislodge the ruling All Progressive Congress in the 2027 general elections. PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar on Tuesday suggested that opposition parties need to merge to defeat the ruling APC in the next presidential poll. LP spokesman Obiora Ifo, while reacting to Atiku's suggestion in a statement on Thursday, said the party has not discussed any merger. Ifo said Atiku's call was only a proposal and every Nigerian should be interested in making democracy work in Nigeria, and that what we have presently is an autocracy. There was nowhere in the response that the purported merger between LP and PDP was mentioned, Ifo emphasized. So this is what the Labour Party spokesman said. He said they are not going to merge with the PDP, that they never said they are going to merge with the PDP in order to defeat Tinubu in 2027. Reacting to what he said, this person here said the idea of a merger is lame and should not be pushed. Everyone should stay alone while they mount pressure on the ruling party. So this is this person's own idea. He's supporting the Labour Party, that they should not merge with the PDP, that they should stand alone so that they can be able to deliver their own mandate. Another person here also reacted and said, never you trust this man. He is a traitor. He destroyed the PDP he is claiming to love today. He is part of the problem. He brought in Buhari. So this person here is saying that the Labour Party should not trust Atiku Abubakar because he is part of the old blood and all of them are together in destroying our nation. And this is indeed true. So they should just stick with what they have, and Nigerians will ensure that they support them. Another person here also reacted and said, merger for what? PDP are never loyal to their party. Remember Wike and co-travelers. All these talks about merging as an opposition makes no sense to me. If you like, merge a billion oppositions and contest an election under the same establishment. They will simply announce results they have written from home and ask you to go to court. What's the difference? So this is another perspective that this person here is saying, that the best thing that should be done now is to ensure that the system is right. If the same INEC conducts even the 2027 election, the same thing will still happen. They will rig their way, not minding how many parties merge, and that's it. What should be done is to ensure that the system through which people vote is done correctly. Another person here also reacted and said, if they merge and Obi is still considered as the presidential flag bearer, then it's fine with me. Anything other than that will be a no-no, because the trust people have for Labour Party was projected through Obi. So another person here is also having the idea that if they are going to merge, it should be that Peter Obi will still be the flag bearer. We would like to know your thoughts about this. Should they merge in 2027 or should they not merge? Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Please do well to share your thoughts about the video in the comment section. Please do well to like this video, and please do well to subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe, so you will get updates whenever we post a new video.